Welcome back, everyone, to the final episode of our storied section of Chrono. I have equipped everybody with minor elements of every color because we are going to do a very special ending. The true ending, I should say. We have transported back to Homeworld where everything began. We are just going to go ahead and see what happens when we fight the final boss. So you finally made it, Serge. When did the sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by the panther demon that attacked you, resulting in you being carried to Chronopolis where you came into contact with fate and the frozen flame? Or perhaps it was even 2,400 years in the future when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back into prehistoric times? Or even it could have been 1200 or 12,000 BC when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos. Each is close to being correct, and yet, at the same time, so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Shala was sucked into the dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet, at the same time, the other half of her desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in the condition she heard your cry in this condition, she heard your crying and echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Surge made as the panther demon's poison took hold on him, Princess Shala traveled 10,000 years in time to try and make contact with this dimension. This caused a raging magnetic storm that resulted in Fate's system malfunction, which led Surge to the frozen flame. Yes, Surge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destruction mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient pendant possessing magical powers. Does sound familiar with the ending, one of the endings of Chrono Trigger? This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. Is that why Kid never dies? Either way, nothing changes who you become. You're still my precious little sister, Kid. I always get a little teary jerked when Kid's past is brought up. And now, about Project Kid, the time control project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between Fate and the Dragon Gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later, when all of this will finish. Further in the future, Kid is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Surge from drowning, and then Kid was also meant to call Surge onto the other worlds as he spoke with Leonon here on Apasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came into contact with Shala and Kid, Shala's clone daughter, can do it. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Surge, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us the life forms that exist on this planet, what our future will be. Alright, let's go talk to Meryl. Princess Meryl, mind you. A new species is about to be born on this planet, an alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now for you, the one who the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter, you alone can decide how the new Lavos, which is encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthasar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300. And he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross, it alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim within all life forms use the Song of Life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge, please save Shala. Okay, now let's talk to Chrono. Where even angels lose their way. Man, it's been a long time since we started this, guys. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake. You drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. Ouch. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between fate and the flame, fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. So 14 years ago was the Panther, but 10 years ago was when we drowned, so... okay. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Herald forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Herald made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Herald abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure. Then they just waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. Well, Fate's one smart cookie. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki. That's intense. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by Fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. That makes a good bit of sense. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to Fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even Fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. It's deep, yo. So you come to this purple spot, and we will use the time egg, which I don't believe I've actually shown you. So let's take a quick gander at that. Time egg. A legendary item that is a complete enigma. It is believed to break the bonds of time. Very cool looking. This last encounter can actually be quite a difficult, annoying one because you have to have elements occur in a very specific order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this specific recording and start a new one to where if I need to restart, I can just integrate it in relatively seamlessly, and I'll just kind of talk as if it's kind of the first round regardless of when it happens, and then after it's all over I'll likely say what round we succeeded. So everybody, in just a few moments we will encounter the final boss of this game. Alright, so you come to the purple and you use the time egg. No beginning and no end to the darkness of time. This must be it, the final gate to the darkness of time. I shall fight it for the warm sun, clean water, and fertile soil. I'm coming with you. Thanks, Pip. Well, that hit the mic. Want some coffee? Alright, so what we want to do is we want to charge up everybody's elemental grid. And that looks a lot like Kid. As we know, Kid is the sister daughter to that person. So you can kill Lavos just by, attacking it enough, but we don't want that ending. I don't even remember what that ending is, even though I've done it. We want a free shallow, which can only be done by activating the Chrono Cross. Okay, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to save state it here. Now I'm going to try to do the order of yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. Okay, so he doesn't have yellow because I'm dumb. What we're going to do is hit this, yellow. come on over to Surge and hit a red. And we're gonna hope that Lavos will use a green, as he frickin' has been. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna try to start it over again. We're going to hit red now. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Now we need a green. So yellow, red, green, and then blue, black, white. Oh man, can we get this? Can we get this? Gonna hit a save state. Now we need black, and then white, and we will be done. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna hit a save state just in case. And where is the Chrono Cross though? Okay, here's a save state. We're gonna hit down with Photon Ray. Save state might prove him to be a mistake, actually. Oh gosh, can we do it? Can we do it? Did I screw things up with this? I may have. Please don't use any elements. Please. Oh gosh, guys, we did it. We did it. We have it. Yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. Let us use the Chrono Cross. We've done it. I'll be quiet for this. And she's breaking free. Lavos is one cool looking thing. By the way, guys, this is the first try. That's really cool. Very cool. We have defeated the Time Devourer, Lavos, and freed Shala in the process. I do wonder what that means with a kid, though. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another with disappearing life forms. The words that become deleted, the thoughts that become buried, the pool of cells that slowly evaporate, the echoes of consciousness that slowly fade. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution? The survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets, and the innumerable spectromatoza which gather around these we call life forms. When one of those countless seeds inseminates a planet, a new universe is born. But until that occurs, hundreds of millions of years will pass, and innumerable life forms will be born, then die. That is the be-all and end-all. Everything exists for that one moment, all so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just so that one chosen life form can be born? No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form which inseminates a planet. Yes, it could be you. Genes and environment. Each of us tries to do his best under the limited conditions we are each dealt. Each life form that attempts to eke out a decent life for itself forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. If one link is missing, there will be no future. There is no such thing as a useless life form, no such thing as a pawn. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by the planet before it's born. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervan, the Sea of Dreams. That's a new name. Surge. Don't go yet, Surge. It's alright. Everything's alright now. God, I'm such a bitch. Wait. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your life on your own. Yes, I changed it a bit. Thanks, Sir Surge. Oh man, we're gonna lose all our friends. That's super sad. I will always be with everywhere. Seeth thee in dreamland. I will continue to travel the world and broaden my horizons. See you again, Surgicans. Oh, that means they have specific dialogue for every character. That is brilliant. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes or to solve all its mysteries, and yet, even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born, you, Surge. I guess now's the time to say, see you later, mate, but I'll find you. Sometime, somewhere, I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time period, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I'm sure I'll find you. And I hope so. That is why that is the good ending. Or maybe that wasn't it. Maybe that's what we always get. Surge? Hey, Surge! Well, who wants what? Huh. Right after our very first mission, perhaps. Are you alright? What's the matter? Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. What? Terra Tower? Fate? are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales for me, don't you remember? You sound confused. Come on, Serge. Get with the program. Our summer's just started. So thankfully this is not a fuck you of like, oh, it was all a dream. We were told that we would forget things and all this would be seen as you know, as something that didn't happen, but it did. Thus the curtain closes on another tale. An eternity has passed, fleeting dreams fade into the distance, and all that is left now is me and my memories. I think this might be Luca or maybe Balthazar, but I'm not sure. But I'm sure we'll meet again, or maybe it's Kid, someday. You and I, another place, another time. It's just we might not realize that you are you and I'm I. Let's open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another today. Even when the story's been told, life goes on. Until we meet again. Take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal. Brilliant. Out of respect for those who created this game, I will let you all see the credits, and I will talk to y'all when it's done. That was brilliant. And there's Kid. Real world. There's her necklace. And we'll find you. Even have to search the world over. Sometime, somewhere, I'm sure. Very familiar cutscene. At least somewhat. We're used to seeing Kid in her normal garb and reaching a hand to us. Right there. Finn. That's elegant. Well, everybody, that is the end of Chrono Cross. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Thank you for being a part of my very first Let's Play. And thank you for listening to me choke through tears like a little bitch on the final dialogue. Like like I'm sure there are many others like me, we get very connected to the stories in our games, much like people do when they read a novel as well. When something happens to your characters, you feel it. You feel sad for them. You feel their loss. You feel their happiness. In this case, it's a happy ending, kind of, because all the friends we made are gone. We won't get to see them again. Except for Kid, maybe. She promised. She promised. But there will be a few other episodes to come, but I'm not sure when they'll be. They'll kind of be sporadic as I go, but I do want to start working on another Let's Play. I'm thinking to finish up Lunar Silver Star story, as well as maybe start something more action-based so I can have some diversity to what I'm playing. But I hope you can see why Chrono Cross is my favorite game of all time. Mechanically, it's fantastic. Visually, it's beautiful. The music score, obviously, oh my gosh, fantastic. But the story, the way it pulls you in, truly, truly brilliant. So let's save our game. We're gonna make a separate file, and this will be our New Game Plus file for whenever we do want to start a new game, which I will do a New Game Plus with you guys as well someday. To where we can see other outcomes, other people, other routes. Finally see this Glenn character that I spoke so much about. But also there's some enemies that you can only fight in New Game Plus, and see what you would do is you'll come right over here and just select that, and it'll start a new game for us. But everybody, I'm Soulchrist. This has been Chrono Cross. Thank you for watching.